Garden snacks. Oh, garden snacks.
Garden Snacks, bite-sized conversations with full-sized personalities. Hey everyone, it's Caroline Gant.
And it's Tyler Blankenship.
And we have a very special guest in the Green Room studio this morning. We've got Lauren McDaniel with Root Nashville in to talk to us a little bit about her experiences and all the plants she likes. I mean, you're obsessed with trees. You're passionate.
Yes.
So welcome in.
Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Tyler.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoyed your company here at the nursery in the spring season. Your face was a delight to see as we went down into the greenhouse and brought in all the colors of the season.
Yeah,
So,
I bet many of you saw her down in our annual greenhouse. She's a seasonal employee here at Bates Nursery.
Yeah.
So I bet you've seen her face, but now we get to really listen to her voice. So what got you, we know that you work with Root Nashville. So if you want to talk a little bit about that and like how you got into it.
Yeah. So I'd had my first baby and I wasn't in work, but I was looking for a little sense of purpose and like a way to give back and find a little more meaning. And I found Root Nashville. You can volunteer to be a tree captain, which basically means that you can go around your neighborhood and ask people to plant free, large, beautiful trees.
Which, how could anyone say no to that?
Yeah, it was so wonderful. So
how do you go about that? Do you like door knock, or is it a letter campaign?
yeah, so I think everybody can do slightly different ways of approaching people, but at first I just door knocked the people that I knew in my neighborhood. Just kept it really simple. It was great having a personal goal, especially when I wasn't working towards anything else in particular other than growing my babies. So it was great to know my neighborhood. I got to know people, meet like-minded people, and also just beautify the area that I lived in, which was great. So I started off with a really small goal, see if I can plant 10 trees. And then that every year I tried to beat that.
So how many trees do you think you've planted, like as a tree captain?
Okay, so this year I really tried to step it up and I maybe did 300.
That's a lot of trees.
Yeah, it is a lot of trees. But I was trying to see how I could kind of really step it up. So I approached a couple of cemeteries and schools. So there's places in your neighborhood. There's like your neighbors, which is kind of a given. But as I was driving around, I live in Madison. There's a cemetery, Spring Hill Cemetery, and there's the Nashville National Cemetery and St. Joseph are all just in this little block. And I drive by every day and I was like, they just need trees.
They need trees.
All their trees were planted around the same time. So I could just see limbs falling and the ice storm coming, all these trees coming down. So I approached them and they were so happy, so it's the easiest thing in the world to do because people want you
trees
to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They love the trees.
Yeah, it's been great.
So obviously Root Nashville, it's a Nashville organization based, right?
Yeah.
How far is the reach of this campaign? Is it just within Davidson County?
It is just Davidson County. Yeah. I think they get a grant, a certain amount of building money gets to go to the Cumberland River Compact. And that gets to be brought back to Davidson County, partly in Root Nashville.
Nice.
It's just so important,
Yes,
creating
it
little
is.
habitats.
It's great. It let me meet my local community. It brought beauty to my area, reduces the heat, creates shade, privacy from your neighbors if you want that, improves your air quality. And just trees have been found to like promote calm and enhance your mood. And you're giving back to wildlife. So for me, it just gives me a little like dopamine rush every time I see a tree that I've planted for somebody and knowing that I've made the world a little bit better in that area.
Much better. I mean, trees are so important. I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast right now, you agree with us. Like, trees are the best. So what would be your favorite tree? I know you guys have like 5 different types, right? Or so?
Yeah, I think we got 5 right now. We've got the river birch again, which I think is so beautiful. They've got the white peely bark. And they're a little smaller. We can do the single trunk, but often they come with like 4 different trunks.
Yeah.
It can be kind of bushy, or you can cut back the limbs so that you just get to see that beautiful bark. So it gives joy all year round, because even when the leaves go, you still get to see that gorgeous texture. It's like almost another tree in winter. So.
Yeah, it's almost better in winter. Like I love being able to see them. I mean, they're
Absolutely.
gorgeous in the in the summer when the leaves are out and everything's happening with it. But yeah, like you said, the bark on them is just stunning.
Yeah, it's really nice. I've got one up against a red twig dogwood.
Oh, that's a good look.
That combination of the white and the red in the winter is just like a beautiful winter garden.
Do you just go outside and stare at it, or look at it
right
through your window?
My front door, so I get to
just stare. I do that all the time in my garden. Just stand out there and just stare at everything.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, as it evolves as well, it doesn't just stop. You know? So it's always kind of fresh in your eyes.
I almost enjoy winter better in my garden at this point.
Yeah.
Because you can just see everything. Like once everything goes dormant, you can like see it and feel it a little bit better. I don't know.
You can see the birds better as well. Like when you see the cardinals against...
the cardinals in the winter.
Yeah, they're the best.
They're so beautiful. I just love them.
Yes. So how many trees have you personally planted? And are you kind of like tapped out as far as trees go on your own property? And is this kind of a way to expand
Absolutely
beyond
not.
that?
No, never.
No.
No. So I was thinking about this actually before you guys said that I should come on, because I've actually kind of low key been doing this since I arrived in Nashville, which is like 13 years ago. And I was thinking about promoting being a tree captain. And 13 years ago, I had a friend, Vicky Turner, who would create little pots of saplings and volunteers that would come up in a garden and give them to people. And back then I was just giving people these volunteers. And I just gave a few people these volunteers, but I was at a thing this weekend and this girl was like, oh, you remember you gave me that little sapling? It's huge now. And that was really special, because I was like, anybody that wants to be a tree captain, you can just give 4 trees a year away. And it seems like nothing. But actually, when you come back 13 years later, you're like, wow, I created this epic tree, because it's still just so special. Even one tree can become like a crown jewel of your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So but I don't know how much, sorry, I digress.
No.
Keep going. This is what we like. Yeah.
Maybe today, I think I tried to hit 80 a year since I was with Root Nashville. And then this year I maybe did somewhere over between 200 and 300. So, and then before that, maybe 30 total. So my maths is really bad, but I'm getting up there.
Okay. So
and I just want to...
These are personal goals,
going.
right? Like Root Nashville is not like, we need 300.
And that's what I'm saying. You could just do like one tree. But I don't know. I just really wanted to like play a little game with myself.
I'd say they're really lucky to have you at Nashville too, because you're like promoting these trees, which are free, and just getting them out there.
Yeah, it's so special. I'm really grateful for the program.
Yeah.
Really, really great program.
You know, there's some areas, obviously every city has its areas where there was a certain type of mid-century sprawl that happened, and you got more hard paved surface than you did open grass areas.
Yeah, and
so
I
it's
don't know
important.
if you know, but Root Nashville will also depave for you.
Oh,
so I don't know if
no, that's important.
If there's like a tree somebody that, and tree captain sounds so official. If there's just somebody in their neighborhood that sees an area that they're like, that car park is never ever full. There's like so much space there. If they just depaved a little area, they could put some trees in. Everybody loves parking under a tree for shade in the summer. Like, I just think it enhances the beauty of your store or whatever you've got going on, or just how comfortable it is. So if you or anybody that you know drives past an area that's like, that could be depaved, you can reach out to Root Nashville and they'll do that and they'll plant there. So
now, just because you brought it up, I want to ask you to explain depaving for folks who are listening.
Okay, well, I haven't done it, so I'm not 100%, but I have going to the tree captain kind of meetups, which is great because you get to meet people like you that are obsessed with trees. They were talking about
Same.
You love it. They were talking about a woman in their neighborhood who actually, there was like, I can't remember what it's called, but where a car, you can turn right or left. Instead of being a T-junction, it kind of creates like a triangle of road, if that makes any sense. She actually was like, I don't know why they have this extra slip road. It's not actually used. She reached out to the local
council person.
Thank you. Council person. And they agreed to just get rid of the slip road. And then they completely depaved it. And then she created like a little park for her neighborhood. There's a chair commemorating somebody who passed, I believe, or a couple of people that have passed. There's some little benches there, a bunch of trees and grass. And she just created this like community space from nothing. And Root Nashville just did it for free. So
That's incredible.
it's so wonderful. And there's, especially in these tree deserts, there are a lot of little spaces like that you could transform if it's on your radar.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have to be like, this is what I like about the program is like, you're not hired. You don't have to keep doing it. You can just show up with an idea, pitch it, and then disappear again. So it's just low stakes, but you can create something so wonderful. You just get out of it what you put in.
Yeah. So is this kind of like Root Nashville reaching out to the property owner on your behalf kind of thing? Or do you just do it?
So for me, I just went into the cemeteries myself. They don't have a lot of people on the ground to do this stuff. So that's what the tree captains are there for. But if it's like reaching out to the local council person or something like that, then Root can help you with that and can facilitate that, you know, if it's a bit intimidating. But as far as going into the cemeteries, I just went in, and weirdly she was like, look at my to-do list. Buy trees is on the top of my to-do list. And I was like, this is perfect timing.
It was fate that you walked into that cemetery.
I was really, really lucky. So it's like, honestly, just the individual can get so far just helping, you know, and it feels really good.
It's never a bad time of year to add Earth Mix to your garden. Earth Mix garden products are sustainably sourced, living soils and amendments crafted to give you the best success for your gardening efforts. Establishing a raised bed? Use Garden Premium Topsoil Blend for an excellent performing growing medium for flowers and vegetables. Amend your gardens with their supernatural compost with all the nutrients needed to recharge existing soils. For houseplants, their Proganics Indoor Grow Mix is a fantastic potting medium that will feed for up to 6 months without the need for additional fertilizer. Earth Mix is sold only at independent garden centers, so head over to earthmix.net/find Earthmix to locate one near you. Success begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products. And you're not just a tree person, though, are you?
No, I'm many people.
Because you have alluded that you also have another venture.
Yeah, so I've just set up a little gas lamp situation. Is that, Tyler, what you're talking about?
That's might be what you're talking
that's
about.
where
I heard
he's
something
leading you
about
into.
flowers.
Yeah, so earlier I was chatting to you about what my favorite plants were, and I did tell you that at Gas Lamp every Saturday we're trying to, my friends and I are bringing little bouquets of flowers in. So it just started as an idea because I love growing flowers anyway.
Yeah,
so
same.
I just thought, I don't know, spread the joy.
Mm-hmm.
So also we're doing it. I know so many talented women that grow flowers just for themselves. So we're kind of taking a couple of bouquets from each garden, and then as they don't sell, which does happen, it's like you're not going to sell everything. Instead of having the sadness of picking your flowers and getting them back again, we get to trade. And it's like, ooh.
So you get something that one of your friends made.
Beautiful. You know, so it keeps it, I don't know, keeps it happy.
Yeah. And Gas Lamp, I mean, it's an antique store here in Nashville. If you're listening and you're local and wondering, you can go find Lauren's booth there.
Yeah, they've got a Gas Lamp 1 and Gas Lamp 2. I think they've been around for 25 years.
They've been here for a long time. It's one of my favorite spots.
Yeah,
I was going to say secret spot, but it's not very secretive, I don't think. It's a little tucked away, but people know about it.
Yeah, there's like, I think it's been here a long time. Old Nashville, people know.
OG Nashville know.
Yeah, like the newcomers.
But maybe new arrivals who are listening to this podcast have now discovered something new and exciting.
I'll tell you one thing. Alice Cooper knows about Gas Lamp.
Does Alice Cooper? How do you know this?
Because he bought a piece there at the everybody like took a photo with him and everything.
Oh.
I have another
great.
person who has a connection to Gas Lamp. So
love
it's a
Gas
very interesting little Nashville entity, and it's a great antique store.
It's
Good
so
for jewelry
fun.
too. My husband gets me some jewelry there, for Christmas every year, it seems like. So y'all go on down, get you some flowers from Lauren's booth.
Yeah.
Please.
So obviously this is like a somewhat seasonal, right?
Yeah, so I have a little spot there because I've been importing rugs and like beautiful handmade stuff from Morocco, and just have a passion for stained glass and repairing things and getting them to be
I'm going to have
loved
to come
again,
look at your rugs.
So it's kind
I
of
didn't know
like
that.
an outlet for your loves, basically.
Yeah, it's like a little place where all my weird obsessions can come together and coexist. Yeah.
Cool.
Everybody needs that.
And
yeah,
so,
it's great.
as far as frequency goes, are these bouquets regularly refreshed, or is there a certain day that would?
So I've started it's kind of just a side fun project, but I've started bringing them in Friday just before they close, and then I'll pull them out on Monday, which was actually really helpful because I kept getting new things in and popping in too much or not enough. So it gives me like a regular routine to be like, oh, I pop in on Fridays and I pop out on Mondays. So
Very
Amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Pop in those flowers.
Yeah.
Fresh
Yeah.
flowers for the weekend.
yeah, exactly. So
I
great.
couldn't help but mention that, and it's also
Yeah,
it's
thank
a neat place to kind of stumble upon fresh flowers because you wouldn't think about it because everything's like 100 years old. Or
I know.
whatever.
Yeah. And then you've got young, fresh cut flowers in there.
But it's also
Yeah.
cute, and it makes me think about open marketplaces and things like that where you just find whimsical things.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, decor things in your home that make you happy and bring you joy. And I'm like, flowers should be here.
Yes.
All these other beautiful things.
They're outside as well as inside.
Yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as your other horticultural pursuits, excuse me, what else do you like to do with your garden?
Well, I'm definitely I'm so inspired by my girlfriends that have these gorgeous flower arrangements. So I'm definitely gonna make my flower garden larger this year. And I actually came into Bates today partly to buy a red slipper.
Ruby slipper?
That's the
Ruby
one.
slipper. Uh-huh.
Hydrangea and a little.
Oh, those are so cute because the
That's
leaves
an
are
oak
so
leaf, right?
small. It's
yeah,
an oak
they
leaf.
are an
Yeah.
oak leaf. I saw one in my friend Neil's and Mackenzie's garden. She helps me do the flowers. Neil works at Gardens. I saw one in their garden and was like, oh my gosh,
You need
this. So
Oak leaf hydrangea. That's my favorite hydrangea.
it's
Same.
gorgeous.
Because same as the what we were talking about before, the river birch, it has winter interest because it's got that
Yes.
exfoliating bark.
And I love that you can pick the flowers and dry them out and,
And
have
they
the
last
flowers.
forever.
Yeah.
I have a
It's
wreath
just
on my porch
great.
that's just covered in oak leaf hydrangeas flowers.
Did
It's
you
been
ever
there for
show that
years.
to me?
I would love
My
to
wreath?
see a
Yes.
photo of that.
I don't know.
Show me a photo.
I'll get a photo and I'll send it to both of you. And
That
we
sounds
can see
lovely.
It.
I
Yeah.
would love that.
What is your favorite cut flower right now? Like if you had to choose one, what would it be?
I can't really.
You
I
can't
always,
decide.
When I
They're
ask
all so
people what
great.
their favorite tree is, I always have to be like, okay, fine, top 5.
Okay,
Because
top
it's
5
so
favorite
hard.
cut flowers.
I'm just saying, okay, I know you can't
I'm
pick
the
one.
same way.
I don't know what my. Okay, so I did actually get some candy stripe zinnias seeds
They're
from
such
here.
good cut flowers.
Like,
They're some
I
of my
haven't-
favorites.
But I've planted them and they haven't come up candy stripe yet. So I'm really excited for those, and I really hope they come out red and white candy stripe.
They should. I've grown those before and they're
You
great.
have? Oh my gosh.
I grow zinnias every year, all kinds. I
Me
love
too,
them.
It's so great.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying like the pinky greeny zinnias.
Yes.
Which, yeah, I'm really into those. I really want the candy stripe ones. And then I've forgotten my friend, what are those dahlias? My friend.
Oh, dahlias are great.
She just had a baby shower and she had all these beautiful colors of dahlias.
Did she grow them?
Yes.
Wow.
So she decided she was going to be a flower gardener and just made this giant field of flowers when she first had her first baby. And then was like, oh my gosh, this was so much harder than I thought it was going to be. And then
It's a lot of
dipped out.
Oh.
But she now has a gorgeous garden. that
Yeah.
she's not farming. So she's part of the flower bouquet. So anyway, she's just really upped my game. So her dahlias are beautiful. And I can't wait for the zinnia, candy stripe zinnias to come through basically.
That's amazing. And that's one of the nice things about making like cut flower beds is you can, once you start it, you could just walk away from it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just going to come back every year. Stuff's going to reseed. Some stuff, the dahlias might eventually not come back, but
Yeah.
it's just going to keep going. Grass will grow up, but you
Black-eyed
still have stuff in.
Susans
Oh, that's
are
one of my
like-
favorites.
Will not stop.
Oh,
They're so
they'll take over.
tenacious.
Yeah.
But they're so joyful.
They're so joyful. And the leaves are so thick at the base that they do it helps kind of smother out some of the weeds, like grass and stuff
yeah, I
that's going
didn't
to come
think
up.
of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I could talk flowers all day.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I'm just following along.
yeah.
What is your favorite flower?
My favorite flower. Okay. I would have to go with Titonia, Mexican sunflower.
I've got that coming up this year too. Have you grown that one before?
This is a new one for me, so this is very exciting.
They bloom a little bit later. Like I'd say they're more towards like late summer, early fall. And they're about that big.
Yeah.
Listeners, you can't see how big this is. Tyler, how big is that?
Are they really,
Tennis
really
ball.
tall?
Yes.
I do have those actually, but I
And they're
didn't know what they were
orange.
called, and they're so great.
Yeah, they can be included in some seed mixes if you scatter them out, and they'll come up. And
They're a little bit late though. Like what's funny is growing up, I had a friend, one of my good friend's mothers, who I think is part of the reason why I got so into gardening. She would grow that every year. And then when I got my first like rental house, I was like, I want to grow this. So I would buy seeds, I'd plant them. And I'm scatterbrained. So a lot of times I forget what I planted and where. And so for years, I thought they weren't coming up because this huge weedy looking thing was coming up and I was pulling it.
Oh,
and after like 3 or 4 years, I realized that that's what it was, that I was pulling up every single year before it would flower because it flowers so late. So it's one of my favorites though. Same, Tyler.
It's a little
that
bit
was your
goofy.
answer, but then I went wild with it.
It's okay. Take it away. I mean, it's a little bit goofy because it's like so tall, and then you get this smallish bloom on the top, whereas you get these loaded, very heavy blooms with your conventional sunflowers. But I love it, and it's also a really great pollinator supporting plant. It's I want to have like a big patch of them. Yeah. I've not gone to that. I've only had like maybe 2 or 3 growing.
Are you growing them this year?
I'm not. No, I need to have intentionality behind it. So I'll probably do it this coming spring, and I'll just get a big seed packet and sow a bunch of them.
Crazy.
Yeah, because unfortunately they disappeared from my landscape, so I guess they may perennialize through seed. I don't know if they.
Mine will sometimes just reseed.
Yeah. So I guess there wasn't enough seed for them to come back, but of course I'm also enjoying the splendor of a bunch of other things that have come back this year in my garden. Also another tall one. I like tall plants, tall flowering plants. Is the Rudbeckia maxima, the giant.
Oh, mine's in full bloom right now.
And it looks gorgeous. And like you get more stalks every year as it gets bigger.
I probably have like 12 this year. And the finches love it. The little birds will fly onto it and you'll see it like moving back and forth. And I leave mine up through the winter because the birds will eat on it all winter long.
I love those little yellow finches.
I know. They're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
so
play,
tiny.
They play a little rough, though. I'm not going to lie. I have to support the stalks of my sunflowers.
Oh, I have one that's completely fallen down, and it's probably from the finches.
I feel like maybe they get the cute aggression, but for sunflower seeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just so excited. They can't help it.
I know. It's too much. They're like, I need it.
Yeah.
So you were, just back to you, Lauren,
Yes.
you were into plants before you got into, like, involved with Root Nashville. Before you got passionate about trees, you were passionate about flowers and trees before that.
Yeah, I was. In the UK, we typically love our gardens.
Yeah.
And we can ramble through green spaces. There's a lot of like communal green spaces. So I would like go out and pick wild garlic and go and cook with it. And as a child, I grew up in the countryside and the blackberry bushes were like fair game. We would just gorge ourselves and like take them to our neighbors and things like that. So I've always had a strong connection with nature, which I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
Sounds somewhat
sure you guys
storybookish.
It really does.
It was
Truly.
very storybookish. It's like the Shire where I grew up. It's
Yeah.
really,
That sounds incredible.
yeah, it was really nice. I was lucky.
In the American South, it's there's bits of that too, because there's native fruit that grows, but it's it can be more spread out, and there's less intentionally cultivated food forest or things. Like if you're going down a path, you'd think you want berries along the path, but the path is like a big roadway. So
Yeah.
you tend to find those things at old homestead sites or like parks. So it's and that's something that you visit from like back in the olden days when it was just like you had to get around by rail and stuff, and you see an old apple tree by the railroad station, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you get hints of that.
Yeah. There's a good mushroom foraging here, though.
Oh, yeah?
I did. I can't remember. I have to look it up. You guys should put it in. But there's a lady that does like a wild foraging classes in Nashville.
Ooh,
Yes.
I can't
we should
remember
find her.
She's so wonderful. But we did a little foraging class with her. And she taught us, there's so much that you can just eat from your garden. So now in my pesto recipes, I add violets that just grow in the garden.
Yeah, I make tea with mine a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can do that here. It's just picking the violets from the grass feels a little less poetic than the children picking the blackberries. But, it's the same thing.
It's the same.
We make fritters out of the dandelion heads in the spring. Things like that. So we go to the neighbors and we're like, have you sprayed these with weed killer yet? It's like,
can we have some?
They're faking.
You make fritters with dandelion heads.
So good.
Can you tell us about that? Like, how do you make that?
Do you want to do the dandelion donuts? And I try and make them sound special, but when the dandelions come up, it's it's sort of a celebration of the seasons. Me and the kids go out and we pick the heads off, and then you can dip them in like pancake batter. So it's just like eggs, flour, milk. And then fry them, and then I put powdered sugar on them. So it's literally just like a little pancake with powdered sugar.
They're like a beignet.
Incredible. Yeah,
it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's fun, and it gets the kids outside, and gets them like hunting. They like come back with their little baskets and their friends. Like, we got loads of them, and they get to have sugar.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it's all about the sugar.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just take the powdered sugar, thanks, Mom.
The sugar and the flowers. Well, it was great having you on today. I feel like we're definitely going to have you back. Like, we could have talked for hours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that would be great.
Certainly. I know that there are times where Root Nashville is looking for tree captains, right? So
yes.
maybe if there's like a recruiting season or something, we can get the word out about that.
Absolutely. And they can join now. Like, if anybody wants to reach out to you guys and get my details, like, I can tell them all about it. I can hook them up with the packages and leaflets and information on the trees that we have. It's really like, it's been wonderful for me to reach out to individuals. But this year on my goals, I was like, I want to make more tree captains, because that's where it's at. It's like exponentially important.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to say get some trees through you, how would they go about it if they're listening right now and they're like, I'm very interested in this?
Okay, so Tyler, you might be best to look this up, but on the Root Nashville website, they have a QR code.
Okay.
And you can just apply online if you're in Davidson County.
Yeah.
And if you want to be a tree captain, I'm sure you can do it through that. Or if somebody wants to reach out to you guys, I can always talk them through it and get them set up.
Well, I feel like we could send them your way so you can add those trees.
Yes, I feel
your
like
account.
It's my, like
you're here, you're the one talking.
It's like my umbrella company of tree karma.
Yeah. Get all the trees you can out there in Nashville.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're on Root Nashville's website, which is rootnashville.org. They have a plant trees button at the top, and then you can click get free trees. Simple. It seems as simple as that.
Yep.
Amazing.
So, and then fill out the form. So, you heard it here.
Absolutely. So they normally say it's 3 per property, but if it's like, a school or a cemetery or, any kind of public space, we can offer more. Or even if they just have a really big yard, I bet if they ask really nicely. Maybe hook them up.
More trees.
Yeah.
More trees for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, like I said, we should definitely have you back. If you ever want to come back. But thank you for coming on and talking about your experiences in Root Nashville. Y'all go check out her cut flowers at Gaslamp.
Thank you.
Yeah. But Lauren McDaniel, everybody.
Thank you for tuning into the Gardening Inside Out podcast. If you're looking for more information or more from your hosts, don't forget that we have a live Saturday morning broadcast, 8 a.m. Central Time on YouTube and Facebook. You can also follow us on our Instagram channel. That's @Gardening Inside Out for more posts, reels, and in-depth dives to topics and things we've discussed on the show. If our content resonates with you, consider giving us a follow, like, and subscription on all of our social media pages. See you next time.